Hey people of YouTube, today we're covering the complete installation of the 52-inch Braise ceiling fan by Home Decorators collection. If you found this video, you might be stuck in your own installation and you're looking for some help, we're here to do just that. We've already unpacked the fan, we're going to go over all the parts to make sure we have everything, and then we're going to install this thing step by step all the way to turning it on. So stick with us and we'll get you through it. If you want to, you can use the links down below to fast forward to any point in the installation, and that way you can get on with your day and not have to watch the whole video. If after watching you found it helpful, please click like and subscribe, and that'll help other people find it as well. So before we get started, let's just talk about the Braise ceiling fan for a second. This is an indoor dual mount fan, meaning that it can be hung indoors from a standard flat ceiling with the included downrod, or it can be hung from a higher angled ceiling with an extension downrod you purchase separately. The fan has some great quick fit installation features, like a slide-on mounting bracket, a twist and lock decorative shade, and the remote receiver has a quick connect wire harness plug to make connecting to the fan quick and simple. And all these features are going to make the installation go much easier. So just a couple of notes before we get started. Please make sure that the electricity is turned off at the breaker box and at the wall switch. If you don't feel comfortable working around electricity, please consult with a licensed electrician. This is an easy project, but if you're not comfortable with electricity, consult with a licensed professional. One other note is if you're hanging this fan where there's just a light fixture on your ceiling, you need to make sure that the outlet box is clearly marked acceptable for fan support. If not, you'll need to swap that out before beginning. So as you can see here, we've already unpacked the fan and we've opened up the manual to the parts page. We're just going to go over all the parts to make sure we have everything before beginning, and that way we don't get stuck along the way. So first up, you'll have 5 reversible blades. Just pick the finish that best matches your decor. You have the slide-on mounting bracket. That comes pre-installed inside the canopy with a magnetic decorative ring on the bottom, and we'll show you in the first step how to remove that to get started. You have 5 blade arms, ball and downrod assembly, 5 blade brackets, the decorative motor collar cover, the light kit pan, the twist and lock light shade, the light kit that comes pre-installed with the light shade on it as well, the fan motor, you have 1 LED bulb, you'll have this hardware pack with the blade bracket screws, the blade attachment screws, the plastic wire nuts, and the hanger and locking pin. You also have the remote and receiver. Now as mentioned, the receiver does have that quick connect wire harness plug to make connecting to the fan quick and simple. And the remote includes a wall cradle for convenient storage when it's not in use. And the battery for the remote is also included for your convenience. So we have all the parts here. Just some tools we're going to need for this easy project. You'll need a Phillips head screwdriver. We like to have a long one and a short one on hand. You may need some wire cutters and strippers. We like to use a line voltage tester to make sure the wires aren't live before beginning. You'll need some electrical tape and of course a ladder. So we have everything here. We're ready to begin. Let's do this.
The mounting bracket comes pre-installed inside the canopy with the decorative ring attached. To remove the mounting bracket, first pull off the decorative ring. It's magnetic, so it just pulls off. You'll notice an alignment post at the base of the canopy. You'll need to loosen but not remove the 2 screws in the base of the canopy, enough so that that alignment post can exit that hole. Once those 2 screws are loosened, you'll simply lift and twist the mounting bracket to remove it from the canopy. This fan features a slide-on mounting bracket for easy installation. The bracket has 2 keyhole slots that will align with the 2 screws in the outlet box. Simply align the slots of the mounting bracket with the screws in the outlet box and then slide to hold in place before tightening. This is just a demonstration. To install the mounting bracket, begin by using a Phillips head screwdriver to loosen but not remove the 2 screws in the outlet box. Next, feed the house supply lines through the mounting bracket and align the slots of the mounting bracket with the screws that were loosened in the outlet box. Then slide the mounting bracket into place. Then, use a Phillips head screwdriver to completely tighten both of the outlet box screws and secure the mounting bracket. Make sure that both screws are completely tightened. Before attaching the downrod, you'll need to use a Phillips head screwdriver to loosen but not remove the 2 set screws located on the motor collar. Next, gently pull the green ground wire from inside the ball and downrod assembly. Then, place the canopy on the downrod so that the downrod exits the smallest hole of the canopy. Next, place the decorative ring on the downrod. Make sure the black side with the notches is facing towards the canopy. The last piece is the decorative motor collar cover. Slide that onto the downrod, making sure that the largest opening is facing towards the end of the downrod. Then gently feed the wires through the bottom of the downrod so that they exit through the ball portion. Gently pull the wires through until the downrod meets the motor collar at the top of the motor. Insert the downrod into the motor collar. Locate the hanger pin in the hardware pack and align the holes at the end of the downrod with the holes in the motor collar. Insert the hanger pin through one hole so that it goes through the downrod and exits the hole on the opposite side of the motor collar. Then take the locking pin and insert that into the hole in the end of the hanger pin until it snaps in place. Once the hanger pin and locking pin have been set, use a Phillips head screwdriver to completely tighten the two set screws on the motor collar. Once those screws are tight, slide the motor collar cover down and rest the canopy ring and canopy on the motor collar cover. Before hanging the fan, it's important to note the slot in the ball that will engage the tab in the mounting bracket. When hanging, you'll insert the ball into the mounting bracket and then rotate the fan assembly until you feel the slot engage the tab. This is just a close-up demonstration. To hang the fan, lift the assembly up to the ceiling, noting the location of the tab and the slot. Slide the ball into the mounting bracket and then rotate the assembly until you feel that slot engage the tab in the mounting bracket. The fan will drop slightly when properly seated. When installing the receiver, make sure the flat side of the receiver is facing towards the ceiling. You'll notice that one side of the receiver has the quick connect plug that will connect to the fan wiring. The other side of the receiver has two wires to connect to the house wiring. Insert the receiver into the mounting bracket with the antenna side first, so that the receiver rests on the ball and downrod assembly. Begin wiring the fan by taking the plug from the fan wires and inserting that into the plug from the receiver. The connectors will simply snap together. Next, take the green wire from the ball and downrod assembly and twist that wire together with the green wire from the mounting bracket. Next, connect the green wires to the bare copper house wire. This is the ground connection. Finish the connection using a plastic wire nut and a piece of electrical tape. Next, take the white wire from the receiver and twist that wire together with the white wire from the house supply lines. These are the neutral connections. Twist those two wires together and finish the connection using an included plastic wire nut and a piece of electrical tape. Finish the wiring by taking the black wire from the receiver and connecting that wire to the black wire from the house supply lines. This is the power connection. Twist those two wires together and secure the connection using an included plastic wire nut and a piece of electrical tape. Once all the wire connections have been made, gently tuck the wires around the mounting bracket and into the outlet box to make room for the canopy to attach. The canopy attaches to the mounting bracket using two keyhole slots on either side of the canopy that will align with the two screws at the base of the mounting bracket. Align those holes with the screws in the mounting bracket and push the canopy up so the screws come through the keyhole slots, and then twist to hold the canopy in place. Use a Phillips head screwdriver to tighten those screws and secure the canopy. You can tilt the fan to make extra room for the screwdriver to access the screws. Make sure both screws are completely tight. The decorative ring is magnetic. You just need to align the slots of the decorative ring with the 2 screws at the base of the canopy, and then slide the decorative ring up, and it will attach itself to the bottom of the canopy.
The blades are reversible, so choose the finish that you want to see and make sure the other side is facing up. The blades attach to the blade arm and bracket using 4 screws. The holes in the end of the blade will align with the 4 posts on the blade bracket and the 4 holes on the blade arm. Make sure the blade arm side labeled up is facing up. To assemble the blades, place the blade bracket on the bottom side of the blade so the posts insert into the 4 holes of the blade. Next, place the blade arm on top of the blade, aligning the holes of the blade arm with the holes in the blade. Start a blade attachment screw in each of the 4 holes, and then completely tighten using a Phillips head screwdriver. Repeat this process for the 4 remaining blades. The blade assembly is attached to the fan using 2 blade arm screws. The screw holes in the blade arm will align with the screw holes in the base of the fan. Place the blade arm in position and secure using 2 blade arm screws. Completely tighten each screw using a Phillips head screwdriver. Repeat this process for the 4 remaining blades. Make sure all of the blade arm screws are completely tightened before proceeding.
The light kit pan attaches to the fan using 2 keyhole slots and a standard screw hole. Those will align with the 3 screws on the black bracket at the base of the fan. Begin by removing and saving one of those 3 screws, and then loosen, but do not remove, the 2 remaining screws. Feed the wires from the fan through the center hole and align the keyhole slots of the light kit pan with those screws in the black bracket, and then push up and twist to hold the light kit pan in place. Then use the screw that was removed and saved and a Phillips head screwdriver and insert the screw into the standard screw hole of the light kit pan. Completely tighten that screw and then tighten the 2 remaining screws in the keyhole slots.
The light kit attaches to the fan using 3 screw holes. These will align with the 3 screws that are pre-installed in the light kit pan. Begin by removing and saving those 3 screws. Connect the light kit to the fan by inserting the white light kit plug into the white fan plug and the black light kit plug into the blue fan plug. Once the connections are made, gently tuck the wires into the light kit pan and align the 3 screw holes of the light kit with the 3 screw holes in the light kit pan. Secure the light kit using the 3 screws that were removed and saved at the beginning of this process. Use a Phillips head screwdriver to completely tighten all 3 screws. Install the included LED bulb by screwing it into the light socket. The light shade attaches to the light kit using a twist and lock method. There are 3 flat sides on the shade that will align with the 3 nubs on the outer edge of the light kit. Align the flat sides of the shade with those nubs and then push up and twist the shade to lock it in place.
This fan features a full function remote control. To turn the fan and light off at the same time, press the power button. The fan speed button will cycle through the fan's 3 speeds. Press once for high speed, twice for medium speed, 3 times for low speed, and another time to turn it off. Press the remote light button to turn the light on. Press it again to turn it off. Press and hold to cycle through the dimming. Release the button once the desired brightness is achieved.
The remote has been paired with the fan at the factory. If you need to pair the remote, start with the power off at the breaker box or wall switch, then turn power back on, and within 30 seconds press and release the Learn button in the battery compartment of the remote. Once the remote is paired, the blades will begin to spin. To use a second remote with the fan, repeat this process, but press and hold the Learn button on the second remote for 10 seconds. To attach the wall cradle to the wall, Begin by removing the screw cover by sliding it out of the wall cradle. Then choose a position on the wall where you'd like to store the remote when not in use. Use the included screws and a Phillips head screwdriver to attach the wall cradle to the wall. Make sure both screws are tight. You may want to use anchors that are also provided when attaching the wall cradle to the wall. Once the screws are tight, reinsert the screw cover into the slots of the wall cradle. Now the wall cradle is ready to hold the remote when not in use.
This fan features a 3-speed reversible motor. The reverse switch is located on top of the motor housing. Switch left creates a downward airflow to create a cooling effect during the hotter months. Switch right creates an upward airflow to pull warm air from the ceiling and push it down into the room during the cooler months. Make sure the fan is off and not running before changing the switch position. Congratulations! Your ceiling fan installation is now complete. Time to sit back, relax with a nice tall beverage, and enjoy your new ceiling fan. As always, thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful, please click like and subscribe down below, and that'll help other people find it as well. And as we always say around here, keep it breezy.